Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of the Excavation of Hobbs Barrow on the PC. We are in, oh god. The name of the town is not Hobbs Barrow, it's Bewley. That's right. Dude, I remembered that shit. It's been a few days, I remembered it. Bewley. And, we are looking... well, we were drawn here due to a letter from this guy named Leonard Shoulder. And our character, Miss Bateman, Thomasina Bateman. She is a she's a archaeologist, I suppose. I don't know what you'd want to determine her to be, but she checks out barrows, which are, you know, graves, tombs. She's a tomb raider, perhaps you might call her. So she's written a book, or she's writing a book, I guess? Yeah, she's writing a book. So Leonard Shoulder said, hey, in Bewley, near Bewley, there's this this bomb-ass barrow called Hobbs Barrow. Come check this shit out. Yeah, you know, since we arrived, we're in the early stages of the folk horror movie where everybody is sort of friendly and sort of off-putting in a weird way that's unusual and rural and all that sort of stuff. And we have yet to meet Leonard Shoulder, although we did see an older guy wandering off and who knows, in the middle of the night. And there was a creepy cat and drunkards, and there's this old lady with her cakes that are apparently also bomb-ass. A trowel.
Excuse me, do you think anyone would mind if I borrowed this trowel?
You help yourself, dear. Father Roach won't mind lending it. Just be sure to put it back when you're finished.
Of course, thank you.
It is more blessed to give than to receive.
Yeah, it's probably where she rolls her eyes. Alright, well, we got a trowel. We could kill somebody with it. Can we kill the old lady, who's certainly evil?
I'm not sure they would be interested.
Oh, sure.
Goodness me, look at these box pews. I've never seen any as tall as that before. Most unusual architecture, even for the Normans.
That is very high for a pew. What the fuck? So these are standing pews?
Locked. Locked as well. I think they all might be.
And they lock the pews?
The pews are contained within compartments that can be locked. I've seen a similar design in other Norman churches around England, but this is a particularly impressive example.
Huh.
Someone has left a necklace hanging here. A silver cross. Sterling by the look of it. Maybe I can reunite it with its owner. The flowers have long since dried out. I don't want them.
No.
A memorial list of former vicars. They stretch back several hundred years. A memorial...
Okay. Yeah.
I've no time for such things.
What?
This must be where the local vicar sacrifices the newborns.
Oh.
Stained glass depictions of various biblical scenes. It's not my specialist area.
I hope she didn't say it out loud. Yeah, she's already like a very uncommon outsider here. I don't know if they'd appreciate her
It's locked.
sarcasm. Oh yeah, this is great. Nice four-way crossing in the middle of nowhere. Oh boy. drunk as a skunk.
This malaise will not pass. Oh, the nausea. I need your help, young lady.
Tell me what you need.
Let the blood from my arm.
Excuse me?
Cut me. I beg you.
The vicar looks dreadfully ill. Are you sure this is the only way, Father?
I beg you. It's the only cure for this torturous malady.
Why does she sound like she's like trying to hide her laughter? Like, damn.
The trowel's blade is dull and rusted. I need something that will provide a cleaner cut.
Oh, alright. Well, I don't have anything. Unless you want the key.
The key bears no edges sharp enough to pierce the skin.
Alright, then we have to...
I'm not going near it. It smells disgusting. I don't wish to look too closely. Ouch! The broken lens is extremely sharp.
How convenient. Use the glove.
Perhaps I shouldn't risk soiling this glove until I find its owner.
Okay, use the handkerchief.
This handkerchief was a gift from my mother. I hope she will understand. This should work.
You can wash a handkerchief.
Are you sure you want me to do this?
Yes, it will cure me of my ills.
I shall do as you ask, Father.
Thank the Lord for my spare pair. God bless you. I already feel quite better.
I'm glad, Father.
The rapid healing properties of bloodletting cannot be overstated. I'm Frederick Roach, vicar of St. Edmund's Church.
My name is Thomasina Bateman. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Okay. Sure.
Are you feeling better?
Yes, thank you.
What ails you, Father Roach?
I just ate a rotten berry, that's all. I like to pick blackberries for my supper, you see. They are quite delicious, as long as you mind the bramble. My apologies again. I wish we had met in different circumstances.
That was a lie.
Are you from Bewley originally?
I was born in our very own St. Edmunds. It's quite the story.
Do tell.
My mother was sheltering there as a frightful tempest raged. And lo, did her waters break right there and then in that pew.
One could say that you were born into your role, Father.
Indeed. When my mother told me the story as a young boy, I knew that this was my calling.
St. Edmund's is a fine building.
Thank you for saying so. It's hard work keeping her in good shape, but our congregation is always willing to lend a hand in the Lord's name.
What is it like being the vicar here?
Every day is a blessing, my child. I have a great love for our parish, and the Lord looks after us.
What about your congregation?
Numbers have fallen over the years, I must say. But those that remain are faithful and full of his spirit.
I'm looking for Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, yes? Are you a relative?
No, it's a long story, but he invited me to Bewley.
And he didn't tell you his address?
He was to meet me last night at the Plough and Furrow, but he never came.
I see. Well, let me welcome you to Bewley on his behalf.
Thank you, Father.
Yeah, that's not what I want to know.
Do you know where Mr. Shoulder lives?
Let me think. It's been many moons since I've paid him a visit.
Perhaps you could allow me to take a look at the parish register.
No need. I remember it now. A fair hike across the...
Could you please give me directions?
I'll take you there myself. It's the least I can do after you aided me so.
Capital. Thank you.
Just let me know when you're ready to pay him a visit. I'll be resting here for the time being.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
I can't say I've heard of it.
It's supposedly a famous local landmark.
I'm afraid I know nothing about it.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
It's a quiet town. The railway line, which I presume you arrived by, is the only news of note we've had here for years.
I've heard the new station has received a mixed reaction.
I've heard many a debate, it's true. But my role is not to adjudicate on that matter. I'm very busy in my own work, you see.
Thank you for your time.
Lord be with you.
You know, it's interesting. Like, if it was just text with no voice acting, I think I'd get a different read on these lines that they're saying. You know, intonation and things like that
I'll see you later this evening, gents.
changes
Well, I say.
with voice acting.
Greetings, my dear.
Hello, sir.
A pause on your beauty, for I shall see you again soon.
Wait. Some nerve.
Lady, you're blushing.
I most certainly am not.
Fuck you, man.
Sorry, lass. No way through here today.
Says who?
Lord Panswick. Now get back before you find yourself under a falling tree.
My name is Thomasina Bateman.
Oh, aye? You're not from round here, Thomasina Bateman.
No, just visiting. What is your name, sir?
Horace.
Are you in charge here?
I am indeed.
Tell me, who was that arrogant man here just now?
Just someone passing by.
It sounded like you knew him better than that.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but that's none of your business.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like I'm doing? We're chopping down trees.
There is no need to be sarcastic.
We're employed by Lord Panswick. He's ordered us to gather logs from his woods. That's what we're doing.
These are his woods.
Aye, his lordship owns most of the land round Bewley.
Who is Lord Panswick?
Our governor.
He's the governor of the whole town.
All right, Owen, back to work now.
He lives in Bewley.
Aye, not far away, but his lordship doesn't like questions or visitors. Now please leave us to our work.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No, I don't. Can you let me get back to my work now?
No, I have more questions.
Heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
Can't say I have.
Why are you gathering logs for Lord Panswick?
By heck, you ask a lot of questions. If you must know, his lordship is repairing an old ruin on his land. We need the timber for the restoration work.
How intriguing. What type of ruin is Lord Panswick restoring?
An old chapel.
I should rather like to see it.
Not possible. His lordship does not welcome visitors to his estate.
Thanks for your time.
We'll be done by tomorrow morning. Come back then if you want to explore the woods.
I couldn't just, like, walk 15 feet around the whole thing. But sure.
I've no desire to go rooting about in there. No doubt home to many a woodland creature.
I wonder when that will come up. Alright. Let's teleport. Teleport.
I don't think anyone is home.
Yeah, no one's ever home. Uh-oh.
Hello there, my name's Thomasina.
Yeah?
How are you?
That was sort of
Wait.
oddly said.
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
No,
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
no.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
I heard he owns the whole county.
Have you met him?
No, he lives out on the moors somewhere. But everyone does what he tells them to,
Why's that?
because he has a lot of money.
Goodbye.
Why is it so rushed and like, oh, have like a slight pause there. Oh, that's so weird. It's like so robotic and just because he has a lot of money. Goodbye.
Good day, little one. What's your name?
Hello, miss. I'm Jane and this is my brother Wally.
Lovely to meet you. I'm Thomasina.
I'd introduce you to my dolls, but they're drying out at the moment.
This is a lovely little beck.
It's where we get our water, miss. It's good for drinking and cleaning.
Your dolls look lovely, Jane.
Thank you, miss. I love them very much. Today was their bath day.
Wally doesn't say much.
He's Mardy with me because he's bored, miss. He thinks he's too old to play with dolls.
I see.
Maudie.
Where are your parents?
They are picking apples from the big tree in our yard. Daddy and I sell them at the market.
That sounds nice.
But they don't mind us playing at the beck, as long as we don't touch the Ammon's horn.
Ooh.
What is the Ammon's horn?
It's over there on that rock.
Do you mean the fossil?
It's the Ammon's horn. Daddy said we should never touch it. It will make the god angry.
What god?
Ammon, of course.
Explain that the object is in fact a fossil. A little education goes a long way. Or go along with the Ammon story. She's only a child. Yeah, kids are dumb shits and they don't care.
How wonderful. I'll be sure not to touch it. I wouldn't want to anger the gods.
Sensible.
Do you know an old man called Leonard Shoulder?
No, miss.
No one knows this fucker.
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
Jane!
Uh-oh. Oh!
Goodbye.
It's
Bye,
the
miss.
big town secret. Everyone knows about it. They're all hoping I just leave.
Hey! Stay away from that!
Don't touch it!
It's bad luck to touch the Ammon's horn. I'm serious.
Fine.
What's the option to take a piss on it? Beck. That's not a word you hear too often.
Water is icy cold. I do enjoy the charm of a babbling beck.
A babbling Beck.
They aren't mine to take. Damp rag dolls have been laid out to dry in the dreary sun. The delicate flowers smell rather sweet. Sweet little flowers.
Okay. I think we're good here. Alright, we probably just want to go see Mr. Leonard Shoulder. Should I quick save? Just in case? Oh, let's ask.
What do you know of Lord Panswick?
Oh, yes. A rather important fellow around here. His vast land holdings give many a steady employment.
I hear he is renovating an old chapel on his land.
Aye, I've heard such reports. He believes this to be a godless land. Something I wholeheartedly disagree with. To which god his chapel will be dedicated to remains a matter of concern.
Why do you say that?
Oh, my apologies. Don't listen to my oafish conjecture. Let us move on.
I'm ready to go to Mr. Shoulder's house.
Excellent. I feel the fresh air will do me well. Follow me.
Good morning, Father.
Good morning, Mrs. Duplancy. Mrs. Duplancy, this is Thomasina Bateman, a visitor to our parish.
We've already had the pleasure of meeting, Father.
Excellent. Miss Bateman, don't hesitate to try one of Mrs. Duplancy's wonderful cakes.
Yes, I've heard about her famous Bakewell puddings.
I'll be here all day, young lady. But remember, once they're gone, they're gone. Those little whelps have already gobbled up all the gingerbread.
You are doing God's work, Mrs. Duplancy.
He smiles upon us, Father.
Miss Bateman, if you'd like to follow me. Let's talk of graves, of worms, and epitaphs. Make dust our paper, and with rainy eyes write sorrow on the bosom of the earth. Let's choose executors and talk of wills.
Shakespeare?
Quite. Which play?
Macbeth.
Macbeth.
Magnificent guess, Miss Bateman, but I'm afraid that passage is from Richard II.
Fuck you!
The work of the bard is one of my favorite. Follow me.
How do I reload the game?
Behold, the vast expanse of
Hold on, how do I reload? I want to get it right.
beautiful.
It's too important.
The
He might reveal something. It won't let me load in the middle of this whole... Oh my god, now we're going to like some massive... Oh my god.
Let's get.
Okay, I apparently entered into the longest cinematic that this game has. I guess because I want to reload. Well, I've skipped too much now. We have to reload. Jesus.
I'm ready to.
Excellent. Good, Miss. Miss.
Yeah.
Up the
You, Miss.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know any Shakespeare. I hate that shit.
Make right. Let's
Shake.
quiet. Wait.
Richard II.
Richard II.
Correct. You are well read, Miss Bateman. Studying the work of the bard is one of my favorite pastimes.
Probably doesn't mean anything.
Follow me.
Hey, stop it. Damn cat.
Behold, the vast expanse of God's creation. The moors extend as far as the mortal eye can see. Beautiful, is it not?
Indeed, the moors are beautiful. I find them rather desolate. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. We want to be on this guy's good side, I guess.
Indeed. The moors are beautiful.
The beauty of God's creation is that it takes so many forms. How can one take in such a view and not have faith? Some look at these moors and think this a godless land. But I tell you, he is found in all domains. The Lord's work is all about us. Tell me, Miss Bateman, do you believe in God?
Tell the truth. Father Roach seems prepared to hear it. Lie. You might want to avoid a tense situation. I mean... if the lie is good and he believes it, that's probably better.
Yes.
I sensed a hesitation there.
God damn it!
I believe in.
Come now, I will not bring the fire and brimstone upon you for speaking your truth.
Well, I was brought up Anglican. The church was an important part of my early life, Father Roach. But what happened to my father eventually made me question things.
If you don't mind me asking, my child, what happened to your father?
He had an accident when I was very young.
Come along now, Thomasina. Let's get out of the rain. Remember what I told you, all right? Be a good girl. People are unwell here. They don't want to hear you running about making noise. Understood?
Yes, Mother.
Good. And don't annoy the nurses.
I promise I won't.
Good. Now, let's see your father.
Mummy is crying. Daddy is sleeping.
Huh.
Daddy, wake up! Mummy? Mummy?
Good evening, Mr. Bateman. Hello, little one. You must be Thomasina?
Yes.
My name is Nurse Blaketon. I just need to talk to your mummy for a little bit. I'm sorry to disturb you, Mrs. Bateman. Mrs. Bateman?
Will he ever talk again, Nurse Blaketon?
The doctor is uncertain, Mrs. Bateman. There is the possibility that Mr. Bateman won't regain any movement at all. But we will do our utmost to look after Mr. Bateman here at Ticehurst Manor. He will have a nurse by his side at all times, I can assure you.
What sort of god would allow this fate to befall such a kind and honest man?
I'm sorry to hear this. God moves in mysterious ways, but he loves us all. Come along now.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to convince her.
Hello? She scampered off in a hurry. Who was that?
Some primitive folk make their home out on the moors. I suggest you keep your wits about you when you are exploring, and don't stray too far from Bewley.
I see.
Primitive folk.
Father to Mr. Shoulder's house.
Still quite a walk, I'm afraid, but we'll get to him soon enough. Now then, take a look at this. Legend has it that this cairn has stood here for over 1,000 years.
How remarkable.
The Devil's Toe.
I beg your pardon?
That's what it's called. The Devil's Toe.
Oh, I see.
Come now, onward.
We walked and walked across that vast, featureless landscape.
Oh, yeah.
All the while, Father Roach was whistling away merrily. Just as I had begun to wonder if we were hopelessly lost, a building emerged from the mist. Mr. Shoulder's cottage.
This is what we want.
Here we are, Miss Bateman. Unless my memory fails me completely, this is Mr. Leonard Shoulder's house.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
Now, no need to thank me after your providential assistance today. However, I have something to ask you.
Yes?
Please don't tell Mrs. de Plancy about my little scene in the woods. She will only fret. The poor dear woman has enough on her mind as it is.
I shan't mention it.
Thank you. You'd better see if Mr. Shoulder is in.
Yes, I shall.
A carved stone has been affixed to the door. I think it depicts a crescent moon. Father, what do you make of this?
A peculiar adornment. I've not seen any like this in Bewley. Though it does remind me of a passage by the bard himself.
Oh, here we go again.
It is the very error of the moon. She comes nearer earth than she was wont, and makes men mad.
The Merchant of Venice?
A splendid comedy. But that particular passage is from
God
the great
damn it.
Othello. 1 out of 2, Miss Bateman.
A carved... Father,
It is she and
Othello?
precisely, Miss Bateman. Your knowledge of the bard is presently flawless.
I consider myself to be well read, Father Roach.
It's
Yes.
delightful to meet a fellow bookworm, I must say.
A carved stone. I think it's bolted onto the door itself. I can't remove it.
No sign of life?
None. The window is nice and clean. The dwelling is by no means abandoned. This must provide a charming view across the moor. He looks much too unruly to be picked up. Here, chuk chuk chuk.
Don't encourage them.
A woolen undergarment. That glove looks familiar. I wonder if it matches the glove I found behind the plough and furrow. That glove...
Yeah, probably. Do we want to compare them?
The gloves are a pair.
Aha.
Does this mean Mr. Shoulder was in the alley last night? Why didn't he come inside to see me? The trousers feel damp. Freshly hung or still wet from last night's rain? Slightly damp.
I have a similar one myself. So very warm.
I've no desire to lug a block of wood about the countryside.
Well, that's
Mr.
sensible.
Shoulder has stacked blocks of wood neatly beneath this small lean-to.
Very neat and tidy.
We smash the
It's
window?
a peculiar idea. I don't wish to beat my way in.
Shame.
Mr. Shoulder? Is Thomasina Bateman here? I'm here in Bewley as discussed.
Maybe try again. His hearing probably isn't the best at his age.
Mr. Shoulder, are you home? It appears Mr. Shoulder is not at home. Curses.
Perhaps you could try the handle?
It's locked.
Perhaps he's gone for a stroll.
Possibly.
I'd suggest you call back later, my child. I myself must make my way back home. I have some matters to attend to at the church. Shall I accompany you back to Bewley?
No, you go ahead, Father. Thank you.
As you wish. Farewell, Miss Bateman. I hope Mr. Shoulder finds his way to you.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
My pleasure. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Fuck.
Romeo and Juliet?
Correct?
Yes.
I shall say good night, till it be morrow. You've proven yourself to be an impeccable scholar of the bard.
Yes.
Lord be with you.
It means nothing, but I got an achievement.
Mr. Shoulder, you've brought me to Bewley, and now you're nowhere to be found.
You think they killed him because he was going to talk to her all about Hobbs Barrow?
You're a sweet little thing, aren't you?
Okay, that was another achievement.
A fearsome-looking beast. A sweet little hen, plump and well-groomed. This key doesn't fit here.
No, I didn't think it would.
That's a peculiar... No, that won't achieve... No.
I don't know if there's really anything I can do here, but wouldn't it make sense to just, like, wait?
I've come a long way to meet you, Mr. Shoulder. Please open...
Yeah, I don't think he's home.
As I trudged back to Bewley across those cold moors, I made a new resolution. I would find Hobbs Barrow myself, with or without Mr. Shoulder. The train! That must be Kenneth. I should go and meet him at the station.
Alright.
Margaret's Lookout. I wonder who Margaret is, or was.
Okay. Let's go meet Kenneth.
Here lies Margaret Tillett, beloved mother, wife, and sister.
Maybe that's the Margaret. Although I imagine it's a somewhat common name.
Where is Kenneth?
Uh-oh.
He was supposed to wait for me at the station. Mr. Tillett, where did you go last night?
Have we met?
Last night at the Plough and Furrow.
Oh, Miss Bateman. I were blind drunk last night and woke up with a stinking headache.
You still smell like a brewery.
Sorry.
You went to use the lavatory and never came back, Mr. Tillett. I searched everywhere for you.
I think I remember you bought me a drink. Then it's all a blur. I woke up in my bed this morning with my wife sour at me for waking her at some ungodly hour.
That's a lot of things to talk about.
About last night. What were you going to tell me about Leonard Shoulder?
Who?
Damn it.
Leonard Shoulder. You told me you knew him. And promised to tell me more if I bought you a drink. Which I did. So what were you going to tell me?
I don't really know the old bugger.
But you said you did.
Oh, aye. No, I know naught about him. No, naught about Leonard Shoulder.
I don't believe you.
You're hiding something, Mr. Tillett. I don't believe you.
I say a lot of things when I've got the drink in me. I probably just wanted you to buy me an ale.
A likely story.
Look, what would I gain from lying to you? I just wanted another drink.
Even if that's the case, it doesn't explain your disappearance.
Aye, I don't remember out.
About last night. You really don't remember where you went last night?
As I say, it's all a blur. I remember needing a piss. Then, nothing. Well, you must have missed me when I came out.
I did not. I even went to the gents' toilets to find you.
Oh, aye. A sight for sore eyes.
It was. I checked everywhere, and you were nowhere to be found. The back door leading to the alleyway was blocked from the outside.
Oh, aye.
Yes. You must have exited through that door, Mr. Tillett.
But you just said it were blocked.
There must be an explanation.
My mind has drawn a blank.
Why was the door blocked? Did you block it?
I told you I don't remember. I've naught to say 'cause I remember naught.
I think it's all a big conspiracy because he was about to tell us about Leonard's shoulder.
I found Mr. Shoulder's house, but he wasn't home.
Don't worry. You'll find him.
How's your headache faring?
It feels like a steam engine is driving full pelt in a circle around me skull.
Be sure to drink plenty of water, Mr. Tillett.
Aye. I'll survive.
So, you work here?
Aye. Bewley Station Master at your service. Would you like to buy a ticket?
Not just yet, thank you. I understand that some of the locals are not too happy about this new station.
Aye. I'd go as far as saying the whole village.
How long has the station been open for?
About 3 months. We're on the Midland Railway line. This employment's been a saviour for me. If I weren't stood here, I'd be drinking my life away at the pub right now. It's worth the occasional withering look from Cyril and the rest of them.
What does a station master do?
A bit of this and a bit of that. I don't wish to bore you with such things.
As you wish.
My responsibilities here keep me on the straight and narrow, I'll tell you that much. A sense of duty can do wonders for a lost soul.
Indeed. This must be a rather lonesome post to occupy.
Trains pass through here more regularly than you might think, lass.
Okay.
I'm looking for my assistant, Kenneth.
Oh, aye.
His train has arrived.
Not a single soul disembarked the last train, Miss Bateman.
Impossible.
Bullshit!
Was that not the midday train from London by way of Derby?
Aye, it were. Mr. Price were here, unloaded a few crates.
But no Kenneth.
Not a soul. Hold on. One of them crates had your name on it, Miss Bateman. A great big one it were, with...
A red ribbon.
Aye.
What is Kenneth playing at, sending my equipment but not himself? Curses. Where is my crate now?
Mr. Price took away all the crates on his cart.
Who?
Mr. Price, he's the postmaster.
Where can I find Mr. Price?
He lives above the storeroom, just north of the plough and furrow. You'll see it. There's a Royal Mail plaque on the wall.
Thank you. Where can I... Thank you.
Yeah,
Can
okay.
you tell me about Lord Panswick?
Oh, you've heard of his lordship, then?
Yes. Do you know him?
Aye. He comes into the village from time to time, gives sweets to the children, hires young men to work his land. He's well liked around here.
I sense some hesitation, Mr. Tillett.
Well, we kind of have an unspoken agreement with his lordship. He looks after us, provided we leave him alone.
I don't follow.
He likes his privacy.
Some people do.
No one is allowed to visit him.
Do you mean to say that he's a bit eccentric?
No. I've heard people got fired at when approaching his manor uninvited.
Good grief. But is this true?
Well, I won't be the one to find out.
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
Hobbs Barrow.
It's why Leonard Shoulder invited me to Bewley. He thought I might like to excavate it.
Oh, aye. I heard about a Hobbs Barrow somewhere out there. There's some old stories around it.
What stories?
I can't remember.
Please, this is important.
I'm awfully sorry, Miss Bateman. I'll try to remember. If he invited you here, then I'm sure Mr. Shoulder will tell you all about it.
That's if I ever get to meet him.
I'm sure you will.
Farewell for now.
Ta-ra!
It's a bunch of bullshit, man. Hey, the cat. An old man. Oh, Cyril.
Good day to you, Cyril.
I'll do, lass.
What are you up to, Cyril?
Keeping an eye on that bleeding railway station. That's what, thankfully. No one got off the last train.
Really hate that station, don't you?
Oh, I curse Midland Railway for bringing their damn line through Bewley. This is our town, our land. 'Tis no place for outsiders.
So you keep saying.
Anyway, no more trains today. Almost time to celebrate with an ale, I think.
I could do with one myself.
You paying?
No. I found Mr. Shoulder's house today, but he wasn't home.
Why the bleeding hell should I care, lass?
That's a good point.
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow. Do you know where it is?
Mind your own business, lass.
You really are quite helpful, aren't you?
Bah.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra, lass.
Alright, so we're looking for the storeroom. Try
A
this.
small plaque beside the door reads Vicarage.
No, no.
That must be the postmaster's storeroom.
There we go.
Hello.
Good day. I haven't seen you in Bewley before.
I'm just visiting.
Lovely. It's nice to see a new face. We don't get many visitors. My name's Henry. Henry Long.
Nice to meet you, Henry. Thomasina Bateman.
Wonderful. What a treat.
You seem in a good mood, Mr. Long.
It's just lovely to see a new face. Where are you from, Miss Bateman?
Originally, a small town on the outskirts of Derby, Mr. Long, though I currently reside in London.
London? I've never met anyone from London. How very exciting. Have you lived there a long time?
It's been quite a few years now, yes.
I've heard that the air there is so heavy with smoke, it makes it hard to breathe. Is that true?
Some days.
Oh, you must miss the fresh northern air. Well, you've got that in Bewley. No factories out here. Such things are a blight on his creation. I were born in this very home I stand in front of. Bewley is in my blood. Why would I ever want to leave? Especially now I can meet new folk thanks to the railway line.
Yeah, he seems nice, so he's probably the one that, like, eats fucking babies or something.
I'm looking for Mr. Price, the postmaster.
Oh, Mr. Price, my lovely neighbour. I'm afraid you've just missed him.
Curses.
I saw him wheeling a large crate into his storeroom just there.
It must be mine. I really need it.
Have a look through the window to see if it's yours.
Where did Mr. Price go?
I don't know. The man were in a hurry. I know he has family in Bakewell.
That's miles away. Did he leave by foot?
No, by horse. He must be a few miles down the road by now.
Curses.
Damn it.
When will Mr. Price be back?
He didn't say. Could be tonight, could be a few days.
How infuriating.
I told him I'd keep watch of his storeroom, and I'm a man of my word, Miss Bateman. I shall not budge from this spot.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
Aye, funny old fellow. I hear he lives way out on the moors somewhere.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not for a long while now that you mention it. Why do you ask?
It's a long story, but I was to meet him in Bewley. He invited me here.
Well, I must thank him when I see him for inviting such an enchanting young woman.
You flatter me, Mr. Long.
Well, let's ask him about Hobbs Barrow. I'm sure he knows all about it.
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
One of those old burial hills.
Yes. Do you know where it is?
Believe it or not, I haven't set foot on the moors since I were a child.
Why is that?
I've got all I need right here in Bewley. And we're all truly blessed with the railway station, which brings us lovely new faces.
Yeah.
Your opinion of the railway station differs widely from your fellow townsfolk, Mr. Long. I've not met anyone particularly keen on it.
That railway line is the start of a new era for Bewley. Mark my words. There's much to protect here, but we need new blood. I hope that some of you visitors will actually stay here permanently.
Why is that?
So I have new friends to talk to. Some people here don't want any new friends. Cyril Farnaby, the miserable old sod, is the worst offender.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. If we checked out this guy's basement, he'd probably have all sorts of, like, taxidermied people and stuff that he talks to and fucks.
I've had the pleasure of meeting Cyril. He really dislikes the railway station.
Absolutely miserable he is. I've tried to convince him many times that the station will help Bewley. He just doesn't understand.
I met him last night in the Plough and Furrow.
Aye, the scene of our many debates. Blimey. I could go for an ale right now, actually.
Can I buy you a drink?
Really?
No. Wait. Do you think Mr. Kemp will let me open a tap?
Perhaps. You could always ask him. I shouldn't leave anyway. Mr. Price is relying on me to keep watch of his storeroom.
Goodbye.
Don't be a stranger.
Yeah. You'd like that.
There's my crate. Kenneth always ties a red ribbon to it. I can see an envelope tucked behind the ribbon. Perhaps it can help explain Kenneth's absence. I'm going to have to get in there. There's nothing else I wish to
The postmaster isn't home.
But my crate is in there.
You'll have to wait for Mr. Price to get back.
Fuck you, dude. Kill him with the trowel.
I'm not sure they would be.
Damn it.
The man is
Shit. Well, that's a problem.
I'm sorry to ask this, Mr. Kemp, but could I please open a tab?
Still not in your purse?
I'm afraid not. My assistant hasn't arrived as planned, so I find myself in a bind. He must have put the money in my crate, which is currently being held in Mr. Price's storeroom.
Well, as you know, I run an honest establishment here, and I do trust you. So yes, I'll open an account for you, to be settled at the end of your stay.
Of course. Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Now then, I'll be needing something of value as a deposit.
I thought you said you trusted me.
Aye, it's not personal, lass. One can never be too cautious.
Great.
I found Mr. Shoulder's home, thanks to the help of Father Roach.
Wonderful. So you've met our vicar then?
Yes, I did. An interesting character.
Indeed. So, did old Leonard apologise for his absence?
Not quite. He wasn't home.
What is that man playing at?
You tell me.
You know damn well you're hiding it.
I've decided to find Hobbs Barrow without Mr. Shoulder's aid.
Are you sure that's a wise idea, lass?
What other choice do I have? I have a feeling he is avoiding me. Do you know where I can find the Barrow?
No, sorry. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
Sure, but you do know.
My assistant has not arrived as planned.
Oh, is everything all right?
I'm not entirely sure.
Am I to keep a room for him just in case?
If you could hold it for one more night, Mr. Kemp.
As you wish.
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
A most charming man, Miss Bateman. He looks after us here, a good fellow.
Where does he live?
Panswick Manor, on the moors. No visitors allowed. His lordship likes his privacy.
How can I open a tab again?
Leave me an item. I'll give it when it will.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
See you.
How about a silver necklace?
Will you accept this silver cross pendant as a deposit?
Can I take a closer look at it?
No.
Aye, silver. That'll do.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Can I get you something to drink?
Not right now.
Not right now, Mr. Kemp.
As you were.
Game saved. That's probably good. So now we go back to that guy and be like, "Hey, let me get you a drink. Let's hang. Let's hang out.
Hello?
Don't kill me."
Good day.
Can I buy you a drink, Henry?
Really?
Really? We can talk more at the inn.
But I told Mr. Price I'd keep watch of his storeroom.
Doors have locks for this very reason.
You're right. One drink won't take long. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
Oh, we are point and clicking adventuring.
The rocket weren't Stevenson's only design, you know. Before that, there were the Blucher and the Locomotion. But my favourite would have to be the Lancashire Witch. I believe he built that in 1828. In Newcastle, of course. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait!
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
I couldn't even get a word in.
He likes a good chinwag, our Henry.
He certainly does.
It didn't solve anything.
Hello?
Good day.
Can I buy you another drink?
I suppose one more ale won't hurt. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
The rear wheels are powered by coupling rods, would you believe? The boiler had 2 flue tubes. 2! There were nothing like it. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait!
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
Curses. I'm starting to feel somewhat tipsy. I'm here to excavate Hobbs Barrow, not Hobbs barrels.
Nice. Damn. Do we do it again? Or, I mean, I have no opportunity to interact with them, like, during the thing.
Hello?
Good day.
Can I buy you another drink?
I suppose one I shall take...
Let us make...
Shit is he gonna talk about now?
Bewley is the latest of many additions to the Midland Railway line. Speaking of change, I hear the whole frontage of Derby Station is being rebuilt. Designed by an architect by the name of Tubshaw, if I remember correctly. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait!
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
Damn it.
Mr. Long can really put away a drink. Thank goodness I've switched to water.
Then again. And again.
Hello?
Good day.
Can I buy you?
I suppose one more. I shall take you.
Let us...
So ridiculous.
It really is great to have someone new to talk to. I've so many more stories to share. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait!
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
Mr. Long can really put away a drink. Thank goodness I've switched to water.
So, there must be something I'm missing.
Henry Long can talk, can't he?
He's a colourful character. The man drinks like a fish.
He certainly does.
I've seen him drink this place dry and still be up to tend his garden at sunrise. The man can truly hold his ale.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Alright, well, we'll have to contemplate that, I guess, but there's something there, I suppose. Alright, we will leave it off here. Didn't really get into a whole lot of weirdness in this video, but we'll get there. My name is Mangg. Game watching has been the excavation of Hobbs' Barrow, and I'll see you fine folks in the next part.